Tranter Graphics Inc. has been providing custom-printed food and beverage serviceware to authorized resellers for 47 years. With a specialty in being able to provide minimums as low as 100 pieces on most products, they offer nearly 700 different SKUs, most of which are made here in the USA, from napkins and coasters to compostable cups and beverage sleeves. In today's day and age, everyone wants their product fast, and Tranter Graphics understands that, being able to ship out orders up to 5,000 pieces in just 5 days. Orders consisting of larger quantities are usually shipped out between 7 and 10 days. Most would agree that our customer service is what sets us apart from our competitors. With an A+ Sage rating for 2026, we guarantee you will have an enjoyable experience with us.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Promo Perspectives. I'm your host, Nicole Cook, and today I am joined by a very special guest, Cat Gagliardo, who is a part of Co-Creative Exchange, or CCX, a newer organization to the industry. And we're just going to chat about what CCX is, who it's for, all that good stuff. So, Cat, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks so much for inviting CCX onto this podcast. We're excited to be here.
Yeah, of course. So if you don't mind, just to kick us off, can you talk a little bit about what CCX is and what your involvement is with the organization?
Yeah. So CCX is short for Co-Creative Exchange. It is an exclusive community. It was built within Promo to connect content creators that are within Promo, and also to encourage people to become more content creative within the promo industry. So we collaborate with each other, we create with each other, and we learn a lot about not only content creation, but also about how to drive the promo industry forward, how to foster relationships in promo, and how to really inspire the next generation of people within the promo industry.
Yeah, that is awesome. And I've obviously seen some of the things that you guys have put out and worked on together, and it's very exciting for us to see too, which is why we wanted to have you guys on to talk about it. So you've kind of mentioned about what it is, but can you also touch on who is it for specifically?
Yeah, so Co-Creative Exchange is really bringing together distributors, suppliers, industry leaders, folks that are part of maybe different tech platforms within the industry, people that are supporting suppliers and distributors with marketing efforts, nonprofits. Anybody touching the promo industry in any capacity is really welcome to join CCX.
Yeah, and would you say that really it's kind of geared towards people who are already into the content creation space, or is it an organization that can help cultivate those who might be interested in getting more involved in that space?
It definitely was started by people that already have a presence within social on multiple platforms. We've definitely seen people who are willing and wanting to learn and grow and help kind of foster the online presence of it. And we definitely welcome those who have an aspiration to become more involved socially.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what can you tell us about what does CCX provide for their members? So if someone is a part of your crew, which you guys have already grown so much, what is it that your members are getting from being a part of CCX?
Sure. So we have an exclusive Slack channel, and within Slack we have several different areas of conversation, and we share promo playbooks, we share supplier recommendations, we share information just to kind of help us tackle life and work and juggle all that comes along. There are a lot of women in CCX. So how do we balance, being and mothers, of course, how do you balance being a mom and being a spouse and a friend and a business owner, or, somebody who is working with a supplier? How do you juggle all of those responsibilities? So definitely kind of working together to figure out different ways that we can support each other. Our relationships with our supplier partners within CCX are really special. I have seen firsthand so many of our supplier partners willing to jump in on business recommendations, on personal growth, and on frankly just being a friend, someone to lean on in all sorts of different challenges that we face as being distributors.
Yeah, it's a really it's a really unique organization, and I feel like it really fits a need that the industry has had. So that's really amazing that you guys have pulled that together and that it's already grown in the way that it has. That's extremely impressive.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we have seen with success is just the desire for people to have some further human connection. I mean, a lot of us are part of organizations large and small. I'm with Halo, and Halo is one of the largest organizations in promo. But I also work by myself in my office here in Florida. So, at times it can be really isolating, even though you're part of a larger organization. But having a group like this to lean on, to consult with, to, just commiserate with sometimes is really nice.
Yeah. So, Kat, can you tell me a little bit about where you see CCX going? Like, what's a little bit of the vision in the future?
Yeah, so for CCX in the future, we have engaged our members to create committees. As a board member, there are 5 of us on the board, and we all do have full-time jobs. So in order to drive this organization forward, we definitely want to lean on our members to help us. So we have committees that are going to help with in-person events. They're going to form different moments where we can have experts come on, like Jenna Cortana from HPG and her field sales marketing playbook. She is a wonderful educator in our space and in our membership community to help teach different tactics from a sales perspective. I have a really strong sourcing background, so I will lead an initiative to help distributors get more comfortable in sourcing. And so there's different topics that will have different moments where members can come in and learn different things. Our Slack channel is definitely open and available to lean into the knowledge. And yes, again, with in-person events, especially Vegas being a big moment for all of the industry as we're all together.
Yeah. I'm going to kind of come back to your answer here, but I'm going to go to a different question to get there first, which is, can you touch on and let the listeners know about getting involved? Like, what does it take to be involved with CCX? And kind of, can you talk about the exclusivity that you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, definitely. So getting involved with CCX is really easy. I mean, we have a website. It's joinccx.com. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go in and you're going to want to fill out an application. And our applications are reviewed. We're looking at maybe doing them either quarterly or bi-yearly, just depending on the bandwidth of everybody. There is a membership fee, and there's a requirement of a recommendation from somebody within CCX, and also to have some sort of social following. And when I say social following, you don't have to have thousands of followers, but we want to see that you're an active participant online, because that's the whole reason why we are joining together, is to help spread the word about promo and engage people that maybe are not familiar with it online.
So part of why I asked that question is just to really highlight what you were saying before with the value that you're adding to your members, and there's value in who your members are as well. So that exclusivity is what allows you guys to offer the really nice educational programs like you're talking about, or putting together these events, because you're focusing on having well-connected and really involved members. So I think that's awesome. That's kind of how I wanted to tie those two together.
Yeah, it's definitely, and because we want the membership group to be really engaged, that really adds to the exclusivity. It's not like it's a club you can't get in kind of thing.
Right.
It really is like, who are those people that are going to help the industry forward? I mean, we had in Vegas this year, we had 11 panelists from our group that were on the PPAI panels. We had 7 people that were rising stars in 2025, and 11 of us are on the online 18. So it's a really influential group of people, and people that are spending time outside of our day-to-day requirements and demands to help really drive promo forward. And, you know, it's a twofold benefit, right? I recently won a very large project myself, strictly from somebody seeing pajamas that were seeing the photography of me in the pajamas in our Vegas event, and seeing that online. So I've actually personally in my business seen a direct impact of leveraging social and leveraging the CCX community to not only grow my business, but to grow my online presence, my
your own personal brand as well.
Thank you. Yes, my own personal brand.
Yeah, no, I think it's really, really cool. Like I said, CCX has definitely caught the attention of Sage, which is why we've internally are very excited to have you guys as a part of the industry, and we've been excited to work with you. Is there anything else that we didn't cover today that you want to mention before we wrap this podcast?
You know, I just think that what's really cool about the members that we have is the reach. And I can see that's why it's catching the eye of the organizations and within promo, because you know, over of the 50 or so members that we have, you know, when we started doing the calculations of what our reach is, we're looking at 1 million reach across shared audiences. So I think it's really cool just to kind of look at like the collective following and the collective potential reach that we have, and how we as a community, as an industry, can leverage that to mutually benefit everybody, everyone's book of business, everyone's personal growth, everyone's professional growth, the growth of the industry. How are we going to get new people to know about promo and to know about the industry unless you were raised in it? You know, your mom's in promo, your dad's in promo, your grandparents are in promo. But merch as a culture has sort of rebirthed in everything, you know, across every brand outside, you know, outside of promo. Like the merch world is so big and everybody wants their own merch. Everybody wants to get in on merch. So just seeing how this community can help further grow that is really spectacular. And I've personally come to know so many people that I would never have known outside of this group. And there truly are a lot of really amazing people, really smart people, talented, creative people in this industry. So, you know, I would just love to see this community grow so much more over the following years.
Yeah. Well, thank you again, Kat, for joining us today and to tell our listeners a little bit more about who you guys are and what you stand for. And to everybody who is listening, thank you again for joining us. We will see you next time on our next episode of Promo Perspectives.